Kristen Bell is going to teach us how to talk to your children about privilege. Yay. Oh, celebrities.
We talk candidly to them about the fact that mom and dad are grossly overpaid.
True, because Kristen Bell, who gives a shit about Kristen Bell? The most notable thing I've ever known her from is Veronica Mars, and even I didn't watch that shit when it first came out.
We talk about privilege a lot in our house because we have a lot of privilege. And what do you do when you have too much? What's your responsibility there? To share it, right?
I mean, yeah, maybe, but the thing is, you shouldn't teach your children to feel guilty about having privilege. Going through life feeling guilty about everything you have isn't necessarily healthy. Even a homeless person in the US has more privilege than, say, a homeless person overseas in a third world country. So by that logic, do we make our domestic homeless population feel guilty for having privilege over those people? You see how it is? It's just like an unending cycle of unnecessary mental duress. If you work for it, I don't think you should feel guilty. But if you didn't and you don't have any plans on compensating for that privilege with hard work and dedication, maybe you should feel guilty.
So I don't want them to think that our lifestyle is ever the norm. And I actually sometimes hold back on buying things for them or just giving them anything because I don't necessarily think it's healthy to just get whatever you want when you want it.
Wow. I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the first time.
If they see something they like, we'll go, oh my gosh, great, add it to your Christmas list. So that there's an anticipation and a buildup and a sense of earning something.
Once again, this is not unique to her. These are some mid-ass parenting takes. These are things that parents know out the gates, especially poor parents, because they kind of have no choice. Hey guys, did you know you're not supposed to buy your kids everything? The value of $1? Did you know you had to do that? Oh my God.
You know, every couple months we clean out the playroom and I say, what toys aren't you using? And rather than framing it like, because we have to get rid of some stuff, I frame it like, you know what? There are kids in our neighborhood who don't have toys right now. Think about it for a second. Imagine what it would be like if you didn't have these toys. You'd be so bored, right? That it's a really good exercise to get them, again, you know, to lean towards empathy and compassion.
One thing I didn't hear in all your self-genuflecting was you giving those toys away to less fortunate children. This bitch legit said, we just throw out their shit so they won't get acclimated to having so much shit. Celebrities once again using poor people as an example for something while also not giving a shit about poor people. Hilarious. Kristen, question. Do you make your kids cry deliberately because there's a kid less fortunate somewhere else crying harder? You have to feel pain because there's some kid somewhere in the universe feeling more pain than you. I mean, Mommy, are you actually going to lessen the pain of unfortunate kids across the world? No, Timmy, no. I'm just doing this so eventually I can brag about it on YouTube.
One thing I definitely say to them over and over and over again is our responsibility to share. Always.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Your situation is not normal. You having enough food on the table every night is not what everyone else experiences it.
Little Timmy, it's not normal for you to have 3 meals a day. Patronize the other kids that go to your school, hon. Mommy, I gave my lunch money away to this equally rich kid because his mommy doesn't have the same career you do. Everyone around me except Hollywood kids are fucking poor.
The idea of privilege, especially because of skin color, has come up so many times.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone?
So their aunt is Indian and she's got brown skin, and I say, you know, there was a time when white people were not really nice to people with darker skin tones. So like, Monica would not have been able to come to our house or use the same bathroom. And they're like, what?
Yes, teach your children how to treat brown people differently. Right out the gate. Right out the womb. Why the fuck not? Did you do that in front of this hypothetical brown woman you're talking about? Did you have this discussion right in front of her? Kristen, what the fuck are you talking about? Kristen, you're such a pretentious bitch. Shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, Violet wouldn't have been able to come over. You wouldn't have been able to go to school with half the kids you go to school with. And then I'm like, also, isn't that nuts?
Timmy, what if your friends got sent to the fucking gulag right now? What if they got executed by Hitler right in front of you? What would you do then, bitch? Pop quiz, hotshot. Manjula gets sent to a death camp by Trump and his basket of deplorables. What do you do? What do you do? Isn't that nuts? Also, I love the implication to her own children that she wouldn't have let minorities in her house. That's comforting.
Could you imagine saying someone couldn't come over because of the color of this part of their arm? And they're like, that's so stupid. And I'm like, exactly.
I love how your mind works. I love how your mind works. Woo!
And we have to maintain that we are treating everybody equally.
Oh, look. If you need an example of two figures who treat people equally, like, these are the worst choices you could have picked, as my hero Joe Biden would say.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
And I just think that is so inspiring a message for anti-racism.
They have studied who Martin Luther King was in school, and Rosa Parks and Cesar Chavez, and like all these people who helped a marginalized community. So their passion for equal treatment comes out of the fact that we treat people throughout history as Superman or Superwoman.
Oh, applause to you for teaching your kids that these actual heroes are actual heroes.
Niggas always want some credit for some shit they supposed to do. A nigga will say some shit like, I take care of my kids. You're supposed to, you dumb motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, my kids learned about MLK. Like, if you kept this bitch talking, I'm sure she'd make that point that, oh, these poor kids don't know anything about MLK. Isn't that nuts? Oh, and by the way, I am not on Patreon anymore. I am on Subscribestar. So if you would like to support the channel, I suggest you scurry on over there and support your gal, I know things are a little bleak right now because my internet's out and I'm not going to be able to do an NOC this month. I don't know. But anyway, I'm Audi 5000. Thanks for watching, guys.